Welcome to this complete explainer on the timeless English ivy. Whether you're brand new to indoor plants or your living room already looks like a sprawling jungle, the English ivy, also known botanically as Hedera Helix, is just a true, undeniable classic. It instantly brings this wild, vibrant charm into any home. But as many of us have quickly discovered, keeping it perfectly lush and cascading indoors means you really need to know exactly what it wants. Here is our roadmap for today's journey. We'll be covering 1. Care basics. 2. Optimizing your environment. 3. Pruning and shaping. 4. Easy propagation. 5. Troubleshooting pests. And finally, 6. Pro tips and styling. Let's dive right in. Starting off with Section 1, English Ivy Care Basics. Let's lock in those non-negotiable survival needs for this fast-growing perennial. Okay, so the absolute golden rule for balancing moisture here. You really only want to water thoroughly when the top 1 to 2 inches of soil feel totally dry to the touch. English ivy likes to be kept consistently moist, sure, but, and this is a huge but, it is notoriously dramatic. It'll get root rot so fast if you overwater it. When you do water, make sure it completely escapes the drainage holes so the whole root ball gets a drink. But never, ever let the pot sit in standing water. Always dump that saucer out. During the spring and summer, expect to water about once a week, and then just dial it back a bit in the fall and winter. Now, finding the lighting sweet spot is absolutely crucial. Put your ivy in low light, yeah, it might survive, but expect super leggy growth. You'll get these long, stringy stems with hardly any leaves, and it'll completely lose those beautiful, variegated patterns as it desperately tries to maximize chlorophyll. On the flip side, put it in harsh, direct midday sun, and you're just gonna scorch the leaves right off. Bright, indirect light near an east or west-facing window is pretty much absolute perfection. Moving under the surface, keep the soil simple. A standard, well-draining commercial mix or a homemade blend of potting soil, peat moss, and perlite works great. And I literally cannot stress this enough. Drainage holes are non-negotiable. Don't even try it without them. For feeding, grab a balanced liquid fertilizer like a 20-20-20, but make sure you dilute it to half strength. We definitely want to avoid fertilizer burn. Just feed it once a month during those active spring and summer growth months and hold off entirely in the winter. Moving on to Section 2, optimizing your indoor environment. Let's recreate its natural habitat. Ideally, you're shooting for an indoor temperature between 50 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That's roughly 10 to 21 degrees Celsius. See, unlike a lot of trendy tropical houseplants, English ivy is native to cooler, temperate climates. It actually loves being a bit chilly, especially at night, and it absolutely despises direct heat. So keep it far, far away from heating vents, radiators, and hot direct sunlight, which will just stress the plant out and invite pests. And because it originates in those cooler zones, dry winter heating systems are literally its arch nemesis. Seriously, crispy leaves are the #1 complaint I hear about this plant. If your air is too dry, those leaf edges will go brown and crispy so incredibly fast. You must maintain about 40 to 60% humidity. You can easily fix this by tossing the pot on a pebble tray with water, grouping it with some humidity-loving plant friends, misting the leaves every few days, or honestly, just running a room humidifier. All right, Section 3, pruning and shaping your ivy. These vines can easily reach 6 to 8 feet indoors, so we really need to get comfortable with pruning. Please don't be shy about giving this plant a haircut. It probably needs one more often than you do, given its relentless push for world domination. Snipping the ends directly tells the plant to push out denser, bushier foliage, instead of just growing one sad, long vine. Spring or summer is the absolute best time for a major trim. Grab some clean, sharp scissors, make your cut just above a leaf, and aggressively trim back those leggy vines to force branching and keep the whole thing beautifully compact. And because it grows at lightning speed, your ivy will usually need repotting every 1 to 2 years. You'll know it's time when the roots literally start escaping out the drainage holes, or if you notice the soil drying out insanely fast. When you do repot in the spring, only step up to a fresh pot that's 1, maybe 2 inches wider in diameter. If you put it in a massive pot, that excess soil holds way too much water, and bam, we're right back to our worst enemy, root rot. Next up is Section 4. Easy English ivy propagation. Let's multiply your plants for free. You could propagate directly in soil with rooting hormone and a plastic bag for humidity, but honestly, the water method is foolproof. Plus, you get to actually watch the roots develop, which is super satisfying. Just take a healthy 4 to 6 inch cutting, snip off the bottom couple of leaves to expose the nodes, those are the little bumps right on the stem, and pop those nodes into a glass of room temperature water. Change the water out every few days, give it 2 to 4 weeks, and you'll have a solid inch of healthy roots ready to be planted in soil. It is really that easy.
Okay, Section 5, troubleshooting pests and problems. Even the experts face challenges, so let's diagnose and fix some common failures. Why are the leaves getting crispy and brown? This is, without a doubt, the most common question we get. Those crispy brown edges basically scream that the plant is suffering from low humidity, underwatering, or, plot twist, a sensitivity to the chemicals in your tap water. Check your soil moisture the second you see this. If the soil is totally fine, you've got to boost that room humidity or maybe try switching to filtered or distilled water for your next watering session.
The cool thing is, English ivy is highly communicative. Let's run through some quick diagnostics so you can literally read the foliage. Yellowing leaves? That almost always points to overwatering. Just let that top inch of soil dry out. Wilting is a bit trickier though. It means the plant isn't getting water to the leaves, which could mean it's bone dry and thirsty, or the soil is a swamp and root rot has completely destroyed the roots. Always touch the soil first to verify. Oh, and if the leaves look kind of washed out and pale, back it away from the window. It's just getting way too much direct sun.
All right, nobody likes it, but let's talk bugs. If you spot invaders, especially spider mites, which by the way absolutely thrive in the dry, warm conditions that your ivy hates, you need to act fast. Look super closely for fine webbing and tiny stippling dots on the leaves. You might also run into white cottony mealybugs, brown scale bumps, or sticky aphids. If you see any of these party crashers, immediately isolate the plant, wash the leaves down thoroughly with water, and treat all surfaces with insecticidal soap or neem oil.
Bringing it home with Section 6, Pro Tips and Styling. Let's get your ivy displayed like a true expert. Because English ivy has these little aerial rootlets, it's essentially a climber, making it an insanely versatile piece of decor. It looks absolutely stunning cascading out of a classic hanging basket or draping effortlessly down from a high bookshelf. But you can also train it up a small indoor trellis for some gorgeous living wall art, or wrap it around a wire frame for a really cool sculpted topiary vibe. It also plays super nicely in mixed planters, trailing beautifully right alongside ferns or a peace lily. A quick safety check before you place your plant. Remember to keep this toxic beauty well out of reach of curious cats, dogs, and small children, as the foliage can definitely cause vomiting and drooling if ingested. Once you've got a safe, bright spot picked out, make a habit of rotating the pot a quarter turn every single time you water it. That ensures all those gorgeous lobed leaves get perfectly even lighting. And a final pro tip, treat your ivy to a gentle shower once a month. It washes the dust right off, helps the plant breathe, and knocks away any sneaky pests. So, armed with these exact steps, from hunting down that perfect bright indirect light, all the way to propagating your own brand new vines, you are completely ready to master this classic houseplant. Now, take a look around your home right now. Which room are you going to completely transform with its classic cascading vines? Get growing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.